at Tokyo DisneySea! Hey there, Mam Fam. We are spending the day here at Tokyo DisneySea, and you're coming with us.
We have been here before, and we already did a whole video exploring the newest Disneyland in the world, Fantasy Springs. We are here to check out some of our favorites from last time, try some new to us things, and I predict a return to Fantasy Springs.
Now, if you've not seen any of our Tokyo videos before, you may notice that our filming style may be a little bit different than what you're used to. We are doing our best to respect all of the cultural norms while we are here in Japan, so come along.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Alan.
Yes.
What are you most excited to do today?
Well, excluding all the fun stuff in Fantasy Springs, I'm excited about Journey to the Center of the Earth. Max!
Yes.
What are you most excited about today?
I am most excited about what is the best nighttime spectacular I have ever seen, Believe. Molly.
Yes.
What is something you are most excited about today?
I'm very excited to see Sexy Joe Rhodey again, but I think I'm most excited to have lunch with Shelly May.
Tokyo DisneySea is one of 2 theme parks at the Tokyo Disney Resort and is very unique in its design and layout. Instead of the 7 themed lands or typical lands that you may be used to at a Disney theme park, Tokyo DisneySea is entirely themed around ports and the water, as it is located right next to the actual sea. The 8 themed ports of Tokyo DisneySea are Mediterranean Harbor, the American Waterfront, Port Discovery, Lost River Delta, the Arabian Coast, Mermaid Lagoon, Mysterious Island, and the newest land in the world, Fantasy Springs.
Couple of logistics and kind of basic park info before we get on our merry way. Park tickets for Tokyo DisneySea currently with the conversion rate are about $55 per person per day, which is shocking when you see how absolutely incredible this park is and think about how much American tickets cost. We got our tickets through a vacation package which we booked, which included our hotel, our tickets, access to Fantasy Springs, which we'll have today, a couple of premier attraction access, whole bunch of goodies. So if you are traveling from overseas, I highly recommend looking into the vacation packages. They do book up very quickly. For all the details on those, highly recommend checking out my friend Chris, aka @TDR Explorer, his YouTube channel. He breaks it down. He lives here. He is truly the expert in these parks. We are happy to be here as Disney fans in Tokyo and are excited to share our experience. But if you want the real planning logistics, he breaks it all down very well for you. I buy his guidebooks every time we come here. But because of that ticket package, we also have access into Fantasy Springs today, which means we do not have to worry about reserving any of those attractions or gaining access into the land. Additionally, Tokyo Disney parks do have skip the line service. They have a couple of different things you can do for some of their attractions. They have Disney Premier access, which is a fancy ride, if you will. Those are paid per person per ride attractions at the most popular ones like Journey into the Center of the Earth or Tower of Terror. They're also free within the app. The 40th anniversary priority pass. Those anybody can book, and those are for still popular attractions, but not quite as much. Things like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Indiana Jones, or Raging Spirits Coaster. Now, before you can book any of these things, everyone in your group must be scanned into the park, and you should note that folks line up very, very early if you are coming into the Japanese parks. Rope drop is no joke. Think several hours before the park officially opens, but if you are staying at one of the Disney hotels, you will be granted happy entry on certain days, which allows you in early. So again, if you're coming here, highly recommend booking a vacation package or staying at the Disney hotels, because getting in early and able to book these premier access and priority passes is a game changer for your day. And with that, that's enough chit chat. I see some lava, and I feel as though we got to get closer to the lava.
Get in that mountain.
At this point, Alan has given up trying to stop us. Alan is the one who taught us what a fence is.
That's true. He knows more than he lets on.
Yeah, he likes to play like he's innocent.
Oh, yeah, super innocent Alan.
Yeah.
You know, some people just don't vocalize their crimes.
Why?
I don't understand.
Why would they not do that?
I don't get it.
En route to our first attraction, it is Journey to the Center of the Earth, which I am so pumped about. I want to pause for a moment and talk about this fortress here. Just take a look at this. That tower, that little astroglabe there, that ship. You might be thinking, are those facades? The answer is no. you can explore all of those. And we are 100% going to do that because that is so cool, and I can't wait to be on the ship because we weren't able to go there last time. It was roped off, and I'm excited to go see what the ship has to offer. I think that's honestly one of the most fantastic things about DisneySea is that where in other parks these would just be set pieces or facades, here they are very real, and you can actually go and explore all of these spaces. You will also notice that there is a high density of cooled lava, which some people love.
Good lava right there. I think, you know what, we gotta recruit the Lost Boys. I feel as though the Lost Boys
I think you're onto something.
might be willing to help us.
I think you're onto something.
They're mischievous.
Very clever. Could probably build some contraptions
Yeah,
that could aid us.
yeah.
I'm not sure with what.
They're small, so they can get places we can't.
That's true. And I think based on their ability to build houses,
Yeah,
they could definitely build something structurally sound enough to house lava.
we gotta get them later.
Journey to the Center of the Earth is located in the mysterious island port of call at DisneySea. And where might that port be? Inside the iconic volcano here in the theme park. Journey to the Center of the Earth takes you on a trip, as the name would suggest, to the center of the Earth. This ride has a 117 centimeter or approximately 46-inch height requirement and is a thrilling adventure that rockets you throughout this beautiful volcano.
Excluding Fantasy Springs, aesthetic-wise, this is my favorite land in this park, because just look at this. It's unreal that we're in this volcano right now. Like, I love all the metal and the architecture, and we get to go on the Nautilus this time, and the journey to the center of the Earth cars. Like, it's just, the detail in here is, and the scale is what, like, blows my mind. That's some good lava.
That's some good lava.
That's good lava right there.
Good lava right there. It's got a nice shade of red to
Yeah.
it. And highlights of orange.
Yeah, we like
That's really
that.
it's in. It's really
Peak.
prime.
Peak.
It's really prime for harvesting.
Yeah, we are lava experts.
True.
We have studied this for no amount of time,
Correct.
but we know what we're talking about, and you should buy from us.
I've been on Google. I've searched things other than that, and never that. But I believe
But
that
I
know
have
things.
Google.
That's
so-
right. I've got Google, and that's enough.
And I've seen lava, so.
Yeah, correct.
私はレモンだ。
That is such a fun attraction.
That ride is so awesome.
Just an unbelievable animatronic at the. I mean, it's all beautiful, but wow! Every time I see it.
I try and just take it all in and look at every movement it makes. It's so fluid.
It's so fluid.
Oh, so beautiful. Now, Journey to the Center of the Earth is a premier access attraction, so as Molly mentioned previously, you do have to pay a small price per person to book this attraction, but I gotta tell you, worth it.
It was 2,000 yen per person, which is like $12, and it already, park just officially open, it already has an hour-long line, so highly recommend that. But one thing I noticed this time that I didn't last time, just keeping with the theme of this whole park and this land, the scale of everything, including the queue. Like the mechanical pieces used in the queue that are moving and steaming and working, it's just what this park is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Stunning.
Now I'm hungry. That journey made me a little hungry.
Uh-huh. You know, in Mysterious Island, I hear there is a delectable treat to be had.
Let's go get it.
But actually first, we're gonna make a little pit stop and ride the other attraction in Mysterious Island, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. This actually wasn't open the last time we visited Tokyo DisneySea, so it is a new to you and new to Molly and now an attraction since we last visited Japan. Now, maybe you think you've ridden 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea before. You know that this is a submarine ride that goes under the water, but what if I told you no? dear listener. This is a dark ride that still simulates going under the water, but it is, in my opinion, the best execution of this ride that I have been on. It is actually a hanging ride vehicle where the portholes fill with water to give the illusion of going under while not actually going underwater. It also has a fun interactive feature where you can control flashlights that are on the submarine to highlight different things to see throughout the attraction. Super fun. Let's check it out. Again, if you've been on 20,000 Leagues or know the source material, perhaps you think we're riding on the Nautilus. There it is, parked inside this wonderful inlet of water, but no. Actually, that guy's what we're riding on. What do you think about that, Moss?
Small.
Small.
It's called the Neptune after the sea. And also, I've been watching right here. I think that this water effect are the submarines diving under the water or coming back up, because it'll like bubble and then it'll like squirt up. And this wasn't happening last time we were here, so that's very cool.
Very cool. Alan,
Yep.
think you're gonna fit on that?
Time will tell.
Great. Now, we did book 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea using the 40th Anniversary Priority Access Pass, which is free for use with admission to the park. So we're going to be able to use a free skip the line service.
高温な海底の世界へようこそ。神秘に満ちたところと点灯準備完了。よろしい。潜水艇の 諸君の発見が人類に新たな知識をもたらすかもしれんのだ。船長、潜水艇防御装置が作動しました。このままでは潜水艇が危険です。何かに襲われているに違いない。全速力で通過させるのだ。動きません。電圧を上げて撃退しろ。 どんどん沈んでいきます。なんだと？メインパワーがオーバーヒート。船長、バックアップに切り替わりました。よろしい。潜水艇の位置を特定できるか？
Pretty good.
What do you all think? Yeah, it's your first time on the ride. New version of 20,000 Leagues.
I agree with your sentiment that this is the best way to execute this attraction. I think that the filling up of the window with water, it still gave you that feeling you're submerged. Personally, I didn't feel like I was trapped in a tin can when I was down. Like in the past, on the actual like Nautilus vehicles, for Finding Nemo, for example, I feel pretty claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Did not feel that way here.
Yeah, you actually fit better, I think, than you do on the Finding Nemo submarine voyage at Disneyland,
Yes.
which I have obvious memories of. I have very vague memories of riding the 20,000 Leagues in Magic Kingdom as a kid.
Yeah.
But I agree, this version's the best. If I had one critique, no Sharkies, which, you know, I would expect to find under the sea, but also just like the animatronics are awesome. The effect with the giant squid is really cool. I love the flashlight
Flashlight
thing.
is so nice. It's such a small interactive moment,
But it makes it
but it's so
cool and custom. The vehicle's really cool. Like, I think definitely a must-do if you're in this park. For
Yeah,
sure.
give it a try.
And now it's time for that aforementioned snack. We are headed down into the Nautilus Galley to dine, or at least pick up our food right alongside the Nautilus parked here. Again, absolutely incredible, the set pieces. And the Nautilus Galley is opening a little bit after the park opens, which means we are now rope dropping snacks, and I'm not ashamed. This is one of my personal favorite snacks in this whole park. I think we all agree, the gyoza dog. It's basically a gigantic gyoza bun. And yeah, it's 9:30 in the morning, but who says that it can't be breakfast? And here we have them in all their glory, the gyoza dog. It is a sausage bun, a doughy, delicious treat. You know what? I think sausage and bread, that is breakfast food, undeniably. So, very excited to dig in here. That's so hot. Look at all that steam come out of there. You know, they brought this to California and I told myself it was just as good. It is not. It's still very good there, don't get me wrong, but oh my gosh, the flavor of the sausage, it's not spicy, it's a little bit earthy because of the vegetables in there. And then the bun, I mean, the bun is perfection. It is doughy, it's clinging to the roof of your mouth. This is absolutely a must get when you're in this park. Speaking of, I don't even know what transition on. Sexy Joe Roadie time.
Okay.
That's the transition.
All right.
That's it. We're going with
That's
it.
really all you
Ship
need.
it. Ship it.
Hey, you
Sexy
did it.
Joe
Nice.
Roadie.
Good job.
It's time. Yep. And of course, by Sexy Joe Roadie, I mean the Tower of Terror. Now, this is similar to the Tower of Terror you know and love in Hollywood studios, except for the fact that it's completely different themed. The storyline's different, but the ride mechanism of going up and down in the elevator is the same. You see, here in DisneySea, we are in the American waterfront, specifically the New York section, and we are headed into Hotel Hightower, which is owned by Harrison Hightower, a billionaire / adventurer. In fact, he's part of the legendary Society of Explorers and Adventurers, along with Indiana Jones and Camilla Falco and tons of other Disney legends. Now, Harrison Hightower, not only does he love to bask in the glory of his beautiful luxury hotel here, he likes to collect things around the world, and sometimes he picks up things that maybe he shouldn't. And we're gonna find out what happens. Tower of Terror is a premier access attraction, meaning it's a fancy ride. Additionally, it has a 102 centimeter height requirement, which is about 40 inches for us non-metric users. Now, if you don't speak Japanese, like me, I highly recommend coming to check out this bulletin board right here to the right-hand side of the attraction entrance, because it's going to let you know a little bit of the backstory about Harrison Hightower and kind of perhaps a little foreshadowing of what's to come.
You know, Molly, this is a pretty faithful recreation of Joe Roadie. You know, he really takes on this role of Harrison Hightower, but I have to wonder.
Where's the earring?
Where's the earring?
Where's the earring?
It's one of the mysteries of Harrison Hightower.
Maybe it's in the hotel somewhere.
Oh, great.
I don't know.
I really do.
No idea how.
I don't know.
Look at the mouth. You know, I gotta say, incredible pre-show, all leading up to the main attraction, Sexy Joe Roadie mosaics.
That's right. Yeah, I guess you could argue all of Tower.
The whole thing is just a pre-show for
One big pre-show.
those paintings at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
They are something.
If you don't know, Joe Roadie is a genius. He is he was the lead Imagineer in Animal Kingdom, Pandora. Very notoriously wears a gigantic earring with like little totems from his travels around the world, and he was heavily used in designing DisneySea and this attraction specifically. So that's why Sexy Joe Roadie's all over the place.
A member of the SEA, Harrison Hightower, of course, is represented here, and very.
Yeah, it's Joe.
It's Joe Roadie.
Also, his face is on the building, which, like,
It's true.
imagine how cool you have to be like, yeah, I'm gonna put my face on this one. Like, incredible.
All right, but about the ride.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I don't know that's my favorite version of Tower of Terror because I like Guardians so much, but it's definitely the spookiest version, I think.
I will say that in terms of the ride vehicle itself, they have, this is a small thing, but they have shoulder seatbelts, which I think does make it a little less thrilling, if I'm honest, because you don't get that same lift in the drop, but the theming is spooky for sure.
I also think, and let me know if you guys both think this, it's probably the shortest version of Tower of Terror.
It's this or World.
Yeah.
Guardians is definitely the longest,
Yes.
for sure. But I like the spooky, the god that's messing with you. The effect in the pre-show,
Unbelievable.
how? Literally no idea. And if you watch around the attraction, and we even saw in the queue area, the green eyes watching you. So definitely very spooky. And I think other attractions we've ridden here in Tokyo, we've said like, oh, if you're from the US, like you could skip that one because it's very similar. Not the case here.
No.
Definitely prioritize this.
This is a different attraction.
Yes.
Much like Guardians is different from Tower of Terror and Walt Disney World.
Yeah, this is definitely a must-do for me.
And right down the road from Harrison Hightowers Hotel is our next stop for the day, Big Band Beat at the Broadway Music Theater. This is a theater show featuring music from the 20s to the 40s, a celebration of all things swing and jazz, and all of your classic Disney characters, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, all on stage for your celebration. Now, Big Band Beat is a large inside theater show, and you do get access by using a lottery system that is free to use as part of the Tokyo Disney Resort app. If you do not get in using the lottery system, you must use the standby queue, which is often only available for one show per day. We recommend that you ask which show has standby available because from our experience, it seems to change depending on time of year. Today, it was the first show of the day that had standby available.
I'm gonna say it. Mickey has the Riz.
He does. He's got the Riz.
I mean, how long has this show been running since?
This show has been running since 2006, so it's been around for quite some time.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah.
That makes me mad. It's so good, and like why that doesn't exist in the Hyperion Theater in Disneyland, I don't know, but it doesn't, and it's awesome.
Yeah. Just an amazing celebration. I have personal, deep love for that era and that music, and they bring it to life so beautifully using both the dancers as well as the characters. And we just gotta say, Mickey playing the drums is not an original take, but I mean,
Mickey plays the drums.
it's unbelievable.
Such a stellar show. Love it.
I also think we can't discount Daisy Duck's dancing.
Oh, it's great.
She's quite talented as
I
well.
thought you were going to say Donald Duck singing, and while I think there are many great things Donald is at,
Singing, not his.
Maybe not his top.
Minnie
talent.
though.
Yeah.
Minnie crushes.
Minnie, quite the voice.
She is standing there cheek to cheek.
But
truly.
yeah, the dancing, unbelievable.
dancing,
top-notch.
song choice, music, like the musicality of it, as you mentioned, just
Costumes.
Gotta say, this is absolutely, I think, a top priority. If you like a stage show, if you enjoy watching entertainment, it's nice and AC if it happens to be hot out while you're there. It's about 25 minutes long, the show. Definitely worth it to me. Again, there is a lottery system to get tickets, so make sure you are asking if you can't get that lottery, which show has that standby so that you can make sure to queue up early. We did get there probably about 30 to 40 minutes early, and we're able to get in, but there was a long queue when we got there.
Yeah. The last thing I'll say is just the difference in the audience incoming, and this is kind of more of just a I think, a smaller example of what it's like to be in these parks versus the American parks. They ask you not to record anything or take pictures, and to everyone takes their ears off when you sit down. And when they say please don't record, no one does. Not a single phone light is on in the whole theater. Everyone takes their ears off. Everyone sits. If you want to bring in food and drinks, which you're welcome to do here, which are often not inside theater shows in the United States, you can, because everyone throws their trash away. So it's just like this very, and you'll see that throughout other shows and character and just experiences in general. It's just very interesting to observe the differences in just the culture and the respect for the other guests around you.
True. But we have so much more to do.
We do.
So we have asked.
Pretty balmy today, so we did stop for a little ice cream treat. This is the sea salt ice cream sandwich. It's shaped like a seashell, and you can only get it in Tokyo DisneySea, so I had to get one.
This is the tiramisu ice cream sandwich, which has the tiramisu cookie with vanilla ice cream inside.
And this is the Mickey Ice Pop. This is the tropical fruit edition. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sweet but not too sweet. Nice tropical fruit flavors. Oh, love a fruit bar.
This has got vanilla ice cream in it, and then it's got like a raspberry jelly in there, but it's not artificially tasting. It's delicious, and there's a little bit of salt, which I love.
This has that tiramisu flavor. It's so, so good. What a different take on an ice cream sandwich.
And all these are at multiple carts around the park, but these are awesome.
Yeah,
so definitely a must get. What's more unsettling, Mickey without ears or the giant Woody?
Molly, I'm here to tell you something. The giant Woody's always unsettling. That's true. Our next stop finds us needing to make our way across the park, and rather than walk as we normally would do, we're going to take a new mode of transportation, or at least new to us, and that is the DisneySea Electric Railway, which is a trolley system that runs from the American waterfront to Port Discovery.
ありがとうございます。本土から時空を超えた未来のマリーナ、オートディスカバリーへの旅を。
That was a cute little ride.
We did ride it over here because we were very excited, all of us, to ride Aquatopia. It is, I believe, the only DisneySea, uniquely DisneySea attraction that you all have not ridden yet.
That's correct. I was pumped.
Yeah. It's a bit of a water ride.
Yeah.
Again, all of us were excited about it.
Equally.
However, when we rode by on the electric railway, it's drained at the moment. So hopefully, it was up and running earlier in our trip. So hopefully they'll fill it again.
Yeah.
I know we were all
Hopefully.
thrilled to get to ride it.
And you know what? Maybe between the last days of our stay here, we'll be able to have all of us experience that really fun and exciting attraction.
I hope so. I mean, I know you all are Disney completionists. You
For
wouldn't
sure.
want to have not ridden a uniquely Disney-Sea attraction.
Yeah, that would honestly keep me up at night. I don't know how I could do it.
I imagine that's true.
But in the meantime,
Sadly, Aquatopia didn't reopen during that time at DisneySea, and everyone in the group was equally saddened by this turn of events.
Since we can't ride Aquatopia, we're just on the other side of a volcano from a pretty cool fortress that I think would be fun for us to explore.
I do love exploring
Let's do that.
where there's not water. Let's explore that way.
that doesn't sound like you. As promised, we found ourselves back now at the fortress exploration, making our way around the fort. Now, there is a challenge you can accept here. It is in Japanese only. It is called Leonardo's Challenge. That is a bit of a scavenger hunt that takes you to a number of locations hidden throughout the fort. But as we do not speak Japanese, we are going to explore the fort on our own and see if we can't find some of those hidden areas ourselves. And mostly, just have fun, because we're just a bunch of big kids wanting to explore a fun space, like we're, 9, or how tall is 9? I mean, okay.
Just stop me, okay?
I don't know.
Going down.
Stop. We have consensus. So if we're around that high on the inside.
Which one of us?
Max is like 5. I'm like 7.
We're gonna have a great time. If you'll recall, the last time we were at DisneySea, the ship here was not open for us to explore. However, this time it appears to be open, so we are going to certainly make our way there, but the fort calls to us first.
It's just so cool that you could be up here and exploring and playing.
Work of renowned SCA member Camilla Falco.
That's right.
Also in the Fortress Exploration, we have a Foucault pendulum. This place is dedicated not just to exploring, but also some discoveries that have been made. And the Foucault pendulum was an experiment designed to test how the Earth rotates on its axis. This pendulum never changes direction, but because of the Earth rotating, it will knock down little pegs throughout the day because it is rotated around.
Okay, I saw this one part of the fort the other day, and I'm convinced I can move it. Because pretty much everything else you can touch, you can make things move. So I'm gonna run away and see if I can do it.
Molly has told us that she found a thing.
Yeah.
She believes she can do something.
Yeah.
She's not sure, but we're gonna find out together. We're following. We're in tow. Oh, tow might be the right word for me to use here. Okay. Oh, I see I see you're cooking on something. You know?
Plan B.
You know, I was really convinced I was gonna be able to move that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I understand why you feel that way. This is an immersive place, but Molly,
Yeah.
I know a place that last time we visited, we could not step aboard,
Yeah.
but that I think you will find some things you can move.
I would like that. Avast!
Avast indeed.
And here we are, almost as if by destiny, we find ourselves aboard the ship. And Molly immediately sets about her explorations. What?
I think I can do this.
Okay, do this. Waiting.
Alright, Alan, give us the command.
Fire!
What?
What?
The command is fire?
Yeah, was that fire?
Yeah.
In what language?
Fire! And Keira Knightley from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my God, give us a countdown, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Countdown. 3, 2, 1, fire!
Wow! That's pretty good.
We did that.
Well done. Ah, yes, the Chaos Twins and their manual labor.
Do it. I'm
Going through
hoping
effort.
something.
Hold on, I'll find out. Hold. Oh, you're raising anchor.
I'm what?
You're raising anchor.
I'm raising the anchor?
Literally raising the anchor. Yes. Good job. It's almost out of the water. Do you want to? Almost there. Almost there. All right, it's out of the water. I don't know if it's going to keep going though. Yeah, you raised that anchor. Good job.
Whoa.
That was you. You did
Can I
that.
drop it?
Yeah, pull the lever. Pull the lever, Kronk.
That's the one.
Ready? Pull.
Yeah.
Okay, try again.
Oh, you did it! Whoa! Whoa! That's awesome.
It's so cool. Also, there are 2 anchors on the ship. Must be a very large vessel.
Yes, we need 2 anchors.
We're in over the ship.
It's up. Okay.
You gonna drop it now?
Drop it.
Hold on, I'm gonna go video it. Okay, do it. You didn't do it. Alan had to like hold it. What do you see?
Aye, matey, there be landlubbers whole. And by that I mean very polite, respectful other guests that are here at the park, and I really enjoy sharing this space with them.
Can you believe we're in a theme park right now?
No.
Like, it's just so beautiful everywhere you look. And the fact that we're literally just climbing on the pirate ship, like, okay, just an unbelievable park. Also, a little pro tip if it's hot, this ship has a nice breeze out here on the sea.
Also, I think they prefer the term unsolicited salespeople.
Not pirates?
Not pirate?
Yeah, and by salespeople, S-A-I-L-S, salespeople.
Hilarious.
Thank you.
We lost Alan. He's gone to find another lever. Oh!
Oh, wow.
That is something. Why would you need to do that on a ship? Are we sinking? Are we taking on water?
I hope not.
He's gonna keep going.
He's just gonna. He's so happy.
We could leave him here, probably.
Alan comes to the theme park and his favorite things are manual labor.
Yeah, first the canoes and now
Canoeing and
this.
now this.
The anchor, the canoes, and this.
He's like, yeah, rides are cool, but when can I get to work?
Yeah, when can I pick up things?
Yeah.
Not every day you see a big man with a little backpack
Yeah.
run. I'm popping up to this lighthouse because I bet I can go up there, frankly. And yes, indeed I could, and get a perfect view of our next spot. This is Cape Cod. Not the real Cape Cod, that's in Massachusetts, but the Cape Cod section of the American waterfront. And it is an idyllic version of a little sleepy New England town, not unlike the one Jaws tormented in the 1975 hit cinematic masterpiece Jaws, which I say that it's particularly apropos today because the day we're filming this is the 4th of July, and Jaws is a 4th of July movie. So I can't think of a better place to spend a 4th of July than an idyllic Disney-fied version of one. So we are here in Cape Cod to go to the Cape Cod Cook-Off. Now, this is a quick service restaurant that serves things like burgers and chicken nuggets. And oh yeah, one little important detail, there's a dinner show with Duffy and all of his friends. If you don't know who, oh look, this was dedicated on the 4th of July. That's nice, the Hurricane Point Lighthouse. Anyway, now if you don't know who Duffy is, he is a phenomenon, a very, very popular character here in Japan, and it is Mickey's teddy bear that Minnie gave to him when he came from the United States to Japan. To open Tokyo Disney in the 80s, she tucked Duffy into his duffel bag, and now he is Duffy the Disney Bear. And while he hasn't really caught on in the United States, like they tried to bring a meet and greet with him, and no one really cares for the most part, he is very, very popular in Japan. So much so that Duffy has spun off several other characters. You've got Duffy's lady friend, Shelly May. You've got Lena Bell, the fox, Olu Mel, the turtle, Gelatoni, the cat, Stella Lou, the rabbit, and Cookie Ann, the dog. And these are all characters. Some of them find their home to be Alani, like Olu Mel, but many of them are here in Tokyo. And the only place that you can see all of them here in this park is this dinner show, which I'm like giddy about because last time we weren't able to get reservations. You do have to book reservations in advance for this one, and we've got them. So let's go to the Cape Cod Cook-Off.
Molly,
Yes.
do you know who Raymond E. Wallace is?
No?
Well, his name is on that boat, right?
Okay.
Okay. And he happens to be the creator of Disneyland's sailing ship Columbia.
Wow.
There you go.
Good for him. Now I have a question for you two.
All right. I'm ready.
Who's your favorite Duffy and or friend?
Alan?
Well, I like Duffy.
Classic.
I'm partial to Olumel.
Oh, the turtle. The turtle. Very
He's
cute.
right behind you. He's just so cute and little.
You know, we took a quiz on the train here,
Yeah, we did.
and I was told that I am most like Gelatoni,
The kitty.
the cat. So, while I am not normally a cat person, I do appreciate the color green, and I will trust a quiz online.
You'll trust the BuzzFeed listicle?
Yeah, exactly.
And who's yours, Molly?
If the keychain, ears, or dramatic crying last time we were here when I met Shelly May didn't give it away, it's Shelly May. Now, if you look closely at the bench here, you can learn a little bit more about the lore of Duffy and his friends. Each of the friends has a different talent. I think Duffy's talent is just, you know, being a friend to everybody. Cookie Ann the dog likes to cook. Stella Lou the bunny does ballet. Lena Bell the fox likes to read. Olu Mel likes to play the guitar. Gelatoni likes to paint. And Shelly May collects seashells, I think.
That's a talent.
That's a talent if I've ever heard one.
That and reading. Those are real talents.
Hobbies, perhaps. We'll call them
some people paint, and some play the guitar, some do ballet, but then other people collect seashells.
Don't insult my choice of talent.
I think it's just your choice of word. Hobby would have been a better choice of word
than talent.
While you're in Cape Cod, you will also notice a number of little, what look like small benches that are set in various areas of the land. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what are these for? This is confusing, but they are for you to take photos of your Duffy doll, be it Duffy, Shelly May, any of his friends. So you would set your Duffy on the mark and take a photo of them. It even gives you some sample backgrounds of other photos that have been taken here before. But I think that's freaking adorable that there are not only photo spots for you and your family when visiting, but also for your Duffy and his family.
Before our reservation, we popped into Aunt Peg's Village Post, which is the merchandise location here in Cape Cod. They have a ton of different Duffy goods, but you happen to notice that off to the side they do have the postal service, the drop-off and pickup section, and there are all kinds of important locations that are mentioned. If you look at the return addresses or the to addresses, you will find places like Epcot Center, Shanghai Disneyland, we'll be there soon, the Disney Institute, Walt Disney Studios, Disneyland Paris, the Grand Floridian Hotel, all kinds of different Disney locations are either sending or receiving posts here at Aunt Peg's.
And speaking of Jaws, which I was a few moments ago, at Universal Studios Florida, they used to have a statue like this welcoming you into the Amity section. It's been moved since Amity closed, and now it's over by Lombard's, and I was just talking about it in a Secrets video, but it's based on a real statue in Massachusetts called Man at the Wheel, which is to salute fishermen who unfortunately die at sea, and they have a Mickey version here. So it's a weird Jaws Disney connection. And it's even dedicated, they that go down to the sea in ships. There you go. Kind of a weird vibe, but we're moving past it.
We have gathered our food for the Cape Cod cook-off, our beverages, fries, delicious dessert, and our sandwich, which from the looks of it seems to be some salmon, slaw of some variety.
Tzatziki, I think is what it said.
Tzatziki. Let's dig in. Cheers. The bread is fresh. The salmon is as well. It's smoked salmon, so it's not going to be raw. However, if you are texture averse to any sort of smoked or not like fully cooked fish, not going to be up your alley. Slaw is nice and crisp. And I know this is labeled as tzatziki sauce, but it's much more of like a yogurt-based slaw cover rather than like traditional tzatziki with cucumber. But overall, it's a nice light lunch.
All right, our dessert has this lovely little Duffy on there, and it looks to be some kind of strawberry parfait, yogurt, something of that nature. Oh, it's got cake in there. Oh, interesting. It's a lot of whipped cream with a light cake and like strawberry inside, like a strawberry mousse filling. The strawberry is fresh. It's a little like Angel's food cake, a little, but it feels a little bit lighter than that.
It is super cute in here. It's very nautical themed, and you've got all kinds of fishing gear and things. But what I love is if you look at the light fixtures, most of them are like steering wheels for a ship. What are those called? Steering wheels? The captain's wheel, probably. But then some of the light fixtures are paint and other supplies that Duffy and his friends have used to put their mark on this little spot. And you can see their paintbrushes and things around, and little pictures of Mickey and the gang. And I was taking some video of it, and a sweet cast member came up and showed me 2 hidden Mickeys. One is in the back where the stroller parking is. They have painted a hidden Mickey. And then the other one is up on the front, on the curtain on the stage. Some of the threading is a hidden Mickey. So big shout out to the sweet cast member who showed me that. Also, it appears this sign over here says Avast Queen on it, which is how I'd like to be spoken to from now on. No notes. 5 stars.
It was interesting. We did confirm that your girl's talent is finding seashells.
Yeah, it looks like Lena Bell's actually a detective.
That's pretty talented.
That's very talented.
So it's Shelley just, you know what? Her talent is being cute as heck.
That's true.
What's very that show was, in a singular word, adorable.
Cute as heck.
It was very cute. And a nice lesson with the help of a little bit of Google Translate. Really, the moral of the story is no matter what happens, if everyone works together, they can solve any problem.
Including baking a cake.
Including baking a cake. So, very cute. What are your thoughts about this, like, meal show combo?
It's interesting to me that this is a quick service restaurant, but we were all given the same meal. You did not have a choice of what you were given if you were going to the show portion of it. So if you're a pickier eater, especially considering it's a fish sandwich, just know that going in that you're gonna not, this might not be your actual lunch.
It's true.
But interesting that they don't give you any kind of option.
And when combined with the show, I mean, it was eat first, then there's a set show time. The show itself lasted about 20 minutes. But it was, I guess, sort of curious that we had to finish all the food prior to the... I also found it interesting that the show started at 3 o'clock. That we had a 2:05 arrival time here, which meant for about 55 minutes we were sitting inside. Now, granted, inside in the AC, which was nice, but waiting for the show to begin. I think your mileage may vary there depending on when you arrive or when you get through the queue to actually get your food and sit down. But for us, at least, you were there for the majority of that time.
Yeah. So it's a longer experience. I don't think it's a must-do for a lot of people, unless you're like me and I think these characters are really cute or have a strong affinity for one of them. I'm very glad we did it and that we saw it, and I was just tickled the whole show because they're so darn cute. But definitely a time commitment for sure.
So, shall we continue our exploration?
I just learned that if we work together, we can. We can make it happen. We can make anything happen. Including the rest of this video. I didn't know that until Duffy told me.
Inspired words, folks.
I learned from the characters. They said we could all work together and make anything happen.
That's true.
We can do that right now.
That's one of the things they said.
See you in Fantasy Springs. We made it!
We're in Fantasy Springs.
Again.
Can't really tell because there's just a bush behind us, but I promise you, Rapunzel's tower is right there.
It's a fantasy bush, though.
It's magic.
Let's go ride some rides. Now, if you want a full and detailed breakdown of Fantasy Springs, I do recommend you watch our Fantasy Springs video. We took a deep dive there into all of the wonderful things that this land has to offer. But as it stands, we are headed now to the bathrooms.
It's a ride here.
That's right, it is a ride here.
That's right, Rapunzel gets her well-earned attraction here in Fantasy Springs with Rapunzel's Lantern Festival. This is a short boat ride that follows part of the story of Tangled, specifically the beautiful lantern scene with her and Flynn Rider. There's no height requirement here, however, because this is part of Fantasy Springs, it is a little more difficult than just getting in line for the attraction. To get into this land, you either need to have booked a vacation package, which is what we have, booked a stay at the Fantasy Springs Hotel. Once you've gotten into the park, attempted to get either a standby pass, which would grant you access to the standby queue of the different attractions, or purchased a Premier Access Pass, aka a fancy ride, to get into this land. If you're doing that last option, you're going to need to obtain a standby pass or that Premier Access Pass for each attraction that you want to do. Luckily, we have booked, again, that vacation package, which grants us access to all the attractions, so we're going to hit our favorites, starting with Rapunzel. pretty good.
It's a beautiful attraction. My only criticism, complaint, whatever you want to say, is that I want more of it. It's so beautiful. The animatronics are so stunning. The music is great. I love the world of Tangled. I want more Tangled.
Just such a great job that they did with that attraction. Very, very immersive. Makes you feel like you're a part of the story.
Also, a couple little details I noticed this time since we were lucky enough to come before. One, the safety tape as you're getting into the boats had the sun pattern from Tangled, and I'm gonna bet that there's something Frozen and something Peter Pan on those attractions, so we'll keep you posted. Also love the Maximus footprints as you are walking out. You can see horseshoes, and some of them are distinctly for Maximus. It's just, like they said, a beautiful, beautiful attraction, and I really enjoy it. And now it's on to another beautiful attraction here in Fantasy Springs.
Welcome, everyone, to the Kingdom of Arendelle, and with it, Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey. This is the attraction in the Arendelle section of Fantasy Springs. It is a musical boat ride that takes you through the story of Frozen, the first one, and it is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it's still good.
It's unbelievable.
The consistency and quality of the animatronics throughout that attraction are just absolutely unbelievable, beginning to end. Plus, we all know the cape.
Do you have a favorite? Okay, let's remove the moment.
Yeah.
Right?
The unfreeze.
Other than the unfreeze on Anna, what's your favorite scene in the ride? Because writing this time was like, I have a clear favorite. This is the thing that I love.
Interesting. What's your favorite?
It's when you ascend the mountain. You need to get higher, but they use the let it go moment when you're climbing.
Yeah.
It's so effective. Every time I've gone through it, I'm like, this is my favorite part of this ride.
Yeah.
Like,
Oof, that's a really, really good one. I think for me, it's the early on in the first scene, really, outside of the trolls, when you actually have Anna and Elsa together as animatronics, and they're kids, and it's Anna knocking on the door, and then the door swings.
Gut-wrenching.
Yeah, I just love to see that switch transition, to see both perspectives, and they do it in such a clean way.
I mean, my jaw dropped the first time I saw that. I was thinking about the door turn, but since you said that, I'm going to talk about it directly after the door turn. You slide back, and I didn't know we were going to go backwards at all, and slide into for the first time in forever. Yeah. And the scale of the room you're in with this amazing Anna animatronic. And then I love that they keep bringing you back and they show you Elsa and they do the duet, and you can see both of them from different perspectives. And it's like the emotion of happiness and hopefulness on Anna versus the fear and anxiety on Elsa. Like, I have chills right now just because these animatronics are telling this story.
And the staging of being able to see the two scenes at once is so effective.
and then sliding right into Love is an Open Door. Like, we said it yesterday, but yeah, the use of the boats with the music is, I've never seen before. Yeah.
Another really interesting detail that I noticed in the priority access lane is that they actually have a map of Arendelle that Christoph himself has sort of drawn on and claimed as his own. On the map, it has things like my family notated in that location where all his troll family lives, or best ice in Arendelle for the premium ice spots, also some okay ice, and then wolves here. Also a yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. Okay, well, what do we have next?
We've got one more stop in Fantasy Springs before we head out to another port. This one we might need to get a little bit smaller.
Do you think we'll see some cheese?
I think it's very likely.
Well, Molly got to see cheese.
I love him so much.
He's a little cutie. You know, in our Fantasy Springs video, I wasn't able to say what I thought about this ride, really.
Yeah, we interpreted for you, but...
Yeah. I have loved the fairy world and Disney's interpretation of that world since the first Tinkerbell movie. I think it has such beautiful world building, and the way they bring that to life in that ride, it's just a cute little guy, but man.
Cute. It's like, to me, the sleeper hit of Fantasy Springs.
Yeah.
It's just it's a short little family ride, but the vehicle's cute, the theming's cute, the queue is cute, cheese is the best.
Yeah, I think it checks all the boxes. It is short but effective at what it does, telling the story it wants to tell.
I will say this, as of recording this, it currently has a 95-minute wait and standby. I don't know that I'd wait an hour and a half for it.
Probably not.
But if you happen to have priority access for it, or the queue is short, it was on our first day here in Fantasy Springs, I'd definitely make sure to stop and check it out. But don't prioritize it over On an Elsa's Frozen Journey or Rapunzel's Lantern Festival.
And a couple more details noticed this round. Out on the front there, I believe to be Tinkerbell's house, and she'll show up in there and she'll glow and her bell will ring. And then she actually takes off and drags pixie dust all over the sign, which was really bright last time we were here, so we couldn't see it. Additionally, I did check the tape, the safety tape, both here and Frozen. I forgot to mention it. Frozen, it's just tile and the yellow and black that matches kind of the theme of going through the palace, so not as exciting, but here at Tinkerbell's, it was pixie dust.
Ooh.
So just a cute little detail. Like, they didn't have to make the safety tape themed to anything, but they did. Out of Fantasy Springs, we have found ourselves in the Arabian coast, which has some nods to Agrabah. There's definitely some Aladdin theming here. But one thing I wanted to point out on our way to grab something to eat is you've got Jasmine's Flying Carpets. Shout out to the fact that it's Princess Jasmine getting the ride. It's the same as Magic Carpets of Aladdin, though. But the detail I love is that outside you've got two tiger statues, or two big cat statues, I should say. One is Raja, and one is the Cave of Wonders. Also, I want to point out that one of, I think, all of our favorite attractions in DisneySea, which is Sinbad's Storybook Voyage, where we met the adorable Chandu, the tiger. It's unfortunately closed for refurbishment right now, but if you're here and it's not closed, definitely make sure you ride it.
All right, we wanted to stop by and grab a bite to eat before we headed back to find our spot for Believe, which is the nighttime spectacular here. And we swung by the Kashba food court. I'm kind of blown away by the sheer size of this. I mean, there are 4 different individual sections. You have Pandora, Flying Carpet Curry, and the Noodle Charmer. And I'm just sort of blown away by the scale and detail of a quick service food court.
Every building you walk into in this park is so unbelievably detailed and grand, and like, didn't know this was here, and yet it's blowing my mind.
On our way to pick up our curry, we double-taked a long naan. Now, you may have seen long bread in the past, but this isn't that. It's a different thing. But this was available at the Sultan Oasis, and I did grab it and bring it into the Casbah food court so we could try it. Now, this said long naan with meat sauce. I expected that to be a cup, a dipping sauce, but when I asked, they pointed in the long naan, so we'll find out together.
It is
Indeed,
there.
it's in there.
But what kind of meat sauce? Like, is it gonna have a curry flavor?
Who's to say?
Yeah.
Me, maybe. Processing finished. First thing to note, this is naan bread. So we also got our curry. I just want you to notice it's different. So this is, I would say, closely resembles pizza dough, but like pretty doughy pizza dough. And inside is some kind of like pasta meat sauce, like you might find on a Fazoli's ravioli, just as a point of reference. So, luckily for us, I'd pass on this. Skip the Sultan Oasis if they have the long naan. There are other good snacks here at DisneySea, but how convenient, we do have actual naan bread and curry to try. So perhaps this will be a better representation of the dish.
Our feast from the Casbah food court has arrived. Max has picked up the chicken curry, which comes with naan bread and rice. Alan and I are splitting the beef curry, but then we also got, I love that you can order these on the side, pieces of tandoori chicken. Also, as a little pro tip, if you like some spice, they sell this for a small add-on at a lot of the restaurants. Delish, highly recommend. And then, why not? They are selling this blueberry crumble cake a lot of places in the park as a nod to Fantasy Springs, because it's kind of supposed to remind you of Rapunzel. So here's our dinner.
All right, got a little bit of the chicken and the rice with the curry. Let's taste some actual naan, Llewellyn. That is tasty. That's actual naan bread, nice and doughy. The curry tastes so good. It could use a little bit more heat. It is a mild, but the chicken's great. The curry, the rice, of course. It's just an all-around good dish.
And I have the beef curry with a side of tandoori chicken because macros, other nonsense. I wanted tandoori chicken. All right, get all in there. Now I should note that the beef curry says it is medium instead of mild, so we'll see what that means. Not super hot. There's a little bit of warmth to it that comes from spice, but nothing that's gonna knock your socks off. Deep, rich, earthy flavor, and the naan is tasty. All around, Tokyo Disney is crushing the curry game.
I tried a little bit of this tandoori chicken. It is so moist. It definitely tastes like they're doing dark meat chicken, which I prefer. There is a ton of flavor in the sauce. Not too spicy, but not too hot, I should say, but definitely lots of spice and flavor. You've got garlic, you've got cumin, you've got some saffron. It's just delicious. So if you like tandoori chicken, I recommend throwing a piece on your meal as a little extra. Also, I'm gonna give this little cake a nibble. That's very blueberry forward. Doesn't taste artificial at all. I love the crumble on top because it's like the good part of like a peach cobbler or some kind of crisp or something. Basically, it tastes like a really moist blueberry cake, and it's fantastic.
Alan just ate the long naan. What do you think?
Why is it sweet?
Not every food can be a winner.
End of review.
I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. One of the things that this park does so incredibly well is immerse you into one land and hide you from the other ones unless it thematically makes sense. Like there are parts of Lost River Delta, which is very jungle themed, that you can see from Arabian Coast, and it makes sense. But right now, standing in the middle of Arabian Coast, I can't see anything. I have no idea that there's a jungle over here. I have no idea that there's Mermaid Lagoon over here. All I can see is this and the tippy top of the volcano, which blends in seamlessly with the color scheme. Like it's just, the sightlines are bonkers in this park. It's like every land has the attention to detail and care of the sightlines in Galaxy's Edge. And speaking of Mermaid Lagoon, we're walking in there now. Now, Mermaid Lagoon, much like Arabian Coast, is loosely Agrabah. Mermaid Lagoon is loosely Atlantis, where Ariel's from. And all the attractions are themed to Ariel. And it's mostly a great example of a like smaller kids family friendly land where a lot of the attractions are like their take on a Dumbo or a Barnstormer or a Teacups. But if you're an adult, do not skip this land because the theming is absolutely beautiful. There's a jaw-dropping surprise waiting for you as you head deeper into the land. And there just so happens to be a sweet treat I've had my eye on.
Who else should greet you but Triton, of course? And directly below Triton is, well, it's Ariel's playground, and this specifically is in her grotto where, not pictured, but sort of tucked in this way, is her beloved statue of Prince Eric. By royal proclamation, to all who come to my underwater kingdom, welcome. Sounds familiar.
Heard that before.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Frankly, one of the most wild parts of this space is how it reveals itself to you in the underwater area with all this seaweed growing up from the ground, the different sections of Triton's kingdom. I remember coming here the first time and being blown away that all of this existed below ground in this building.
Technically, we didn't actually have to go under the sea to get this, but I'm sure glad we did. This is the matcha white chocolate popcorn. And if you come to Tokyo Disney, one thing they love is popcorn, and there are different carts all over both parks. Each cart only has one flavor, and there's probably like a dozen different flavors across the park, so we had to come specifically to that cart to try matcha white chocolate. Wait, what am I doing? Much more efficient. It doesn't taste strongly of matcha. It tastes like slightly earthy kettle corn. They're pretty good.
All right, and before we head back towards the front of the park to get ready for the nighttime show Believe, we're gonna ride Raging Spirit, which is a short but thrilling coaster here on the Lost River Delta. Now, this is the first and only attraction we've had today that has two different height restrictions. Guests shorter than 117 centimeters or about 46 inches cannot ride, but also guests taller than 195 centimeters, so around 77 inches, cannot ride. I think I'm gonna squeak in there, but only just. I can tell you for sure that I'm going to get measured, so let's roll the dice. Hopefully we can go on this. This is, and I have to tell you, this mini coaster is the only coaster in DisneySea that has an inversion. We were able to nab Raging Spirits by using the 40th anniversary priority access pass. I gotta say, when you put that to good use, you can knock out a whole lot in either Tokyo Disneyland or DisneySea.
Good news, Alan fit.
I did!
True.
It seems pretty comfortably, so that's a win.
It's not very comfortable. My knees were hitting. I don't know how.
Oh, no. I meant the height difference, not the ride vehicle.
It's toy in there.
I gotta tell you, there was a time, and Max heard me say this out loud, where we slowed down on the 360-degree loop, and I said, I don't like that.
Also, at the end, when you go through all that fog, it's like hot soup.
Yeah, it's hot, like from the fire. Molly said that's the Florida section.
It is.
Yeah.
I'd have preferred it to be nice and chilly, but to no avail, not today.
We're in the jungle of South America, so
It's hot.
But also a little theming detail that's fun is there's some crates around the Lost River Delta being mailed to people like Marcus Brody from Indiana Jones or Mr. Hightower. Additionally, the Indiana Jones is right here in this land as well. It's basically the same as the Disneyland ride, but just in Japanese, of course. But a great attraction if you don't frequent that one.
Yep.
And with that, shall we head to the front of the park for Believe?
I believe we shall.
Nice.
How are you? We just met Panchito and Jose Carioca. I have never met those two caballeros before. I've seen them in parades and stuff, but we just met them in Lost River Delta.
We need to see Donald, though. They didn't know where he was. On the edge of Lost River Delta, we did find this little plane up on shore, and look at that number on the side of that. This plane is probably used for aviator-cyborg relations.
This is not the plane I'm looking for. Nailed it.
Great
Crushed
job,
it.
Malls.
Crushed
You
it.
really got there. And the finale of our night will be Believe Sea of Dreams, the nighttime spectacular here at Tokyo DisneySea. Believe takes place on the waters of the Mediterranean harbor and features floats, literally floats, that are in the water, as well as lighting effects, firework effects, and projections across the Miracosta Hotel. We booked a reserved viewing area using priority access that we did have to pay for in the app. However, there is standby viewing as well. But as somebody that has gotten to watch this a couple of times, I definitely recommend getting that reserved viewing if possible. The seating is wonderful. You have a specific area you will go to, and in all the different areas we've sat, we've had a pretty good view of the show.
Well, that is just an absolutely stellar show.
That show makes me upset.
Because it's so good.
That's correct.
Yeah. You know how when you see a thing, or you do a thing, or you taste a thing, and then you think to yourself, man, I hope it's as good as I remembered.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't over-exaggerate in my head at how amazing that was.
Yeah.
I kind of had that thought going into Believe tonight.
Yeah.
Wrong. It's somehow better than I remembered. Yeah. It is, brain is broken watching that show.
Not only the character sequences, the music sequences, the fact that you have floats, projections, screens, and and by projections I mean the entirety of the interior of Miracosta.
And the volcano.
And the volcano.
And fire. There's fire.
So many characters, the mashups they choose for the music, Kiss the Girl, and then it goes into a medley of At Last I See the Light, Whole New World, and Part of Your World, and it's beautiful. And then if you think that's the best medley you're gonna hear, haha, joke's on you, because incoming, you've got a Moana Frozen 2 mashup.
That is the highlight of the show to me.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, take that. The quick change from Elsa.
Oh,
It's amazing.
And I mean, quick!
And the original song from the show is amazing as well. I'd be lying if I said we didn't buy the CD earlier. Do any of us have CD players? No, but we're going to make it work.
We'll make it happen. We could gush about this show for a very long time.
And will, just not on camera.
Yeah, it's just, if you have the opportunity to see Believe, please see it.
Yeah, it's an absolute must when you are in these parks. And like Max said earlier, get the reserve viewing. Another thing that's so amazing about these parks is that most people sit and people take their ears off and nobody holds their cameras up. So even if you're towards the back of the reserve viewing, which is first come, first serve, by the way, for the window that once it opens, but you're going to have a great view because everyone sits there nicely and it's just a beautiful way to end the day. Alan,
Yes.
did we do Journey to the Center?
Alan, do we
You know, I can translate that. Yes, we did do Journey to the Center of the Earth, and it was the first thing we did, and it was awesome.
Molly,
Yes.
Wow, the drama never ends.
did we see Sexy Joe Rody today?
Oh, we saw Sexy Joe Rody.
And his amazing pre-show.
Yeah, that pre-show was filled with
Best
thrills.
pre-show I've ever seen. And we had lunch with Duffy and Shelly Bay, and it was adorable.
Max,
Yeah,
let's pretend we didn't just talk about this. Did we see Believe?
you know we did. And it was unbelievable.
Oh! Well, that brings us to an end of our day here at Tokyo DisneySea.
Almost. There's one special thing we have left to do. It's a very sweet and very, I think just kind of symbolic moment that happens at the end of a day here at Tokyo DisneySea. The guests staying at Miracosta around here wave their flashlights at the guests in the park who wave them back. And it's just like a very sweet moment, so we gotta wave our flashlights.
Of course. This park is absolutely stunning. I know we have gushed about the immersion, the scale, the attention to detail, and the unbelievable attractions all day long, but truly, it is every time I've gotten the pleasure to come, and I know I'm speaking for you all, it is just a joy and a pleasure to get to be here and to get to enjoy this park again. It's just stunning.
But until next time, friends, please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, follow us on all of our socials, and if you would like to join the Man Fam in the conversation about this or any of our other videos, please join us on Discord. We would love to have you. The links for all that are down below.
And until next time, friends, I'm Molly.
I'm Alan.
And I'm Max.
And it has been truly so magical. Thanks for being here, Man Fam.
Unbelievable.
Oh, nice. Good night,
Sexy
everybody.
Joe Rody.
Oh my gosh. Guys, get some sleep. That's what we're going to try to do.
Shelly, may we take a photo?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, yes, yes.